Hello, I'm Paul Ziriax, the Oklahoma State Election Board Secretary. I want to say a big thank you to USC for hosting this election security seminar in Oklahoma City. Election security is an important issue not just in our state, but across the nation. And it's important that organizations like USC are helping spread the word about everything election officials are doing to make our elections safe and secure. There are three basic aspects of election security. Cybersecurity, which gets most of the attention, but equally as important are physical security and misinformation and disinformation. In the near term, in my opinion, misinformation is probably the biggest threat to elections here in our state. This can include everything from false information about election laws or procedures. For example, Republicans vote on Wednesday and Democrats vote on Tuesday because of the long lines at the polls that are expected. That's often told as a joke, but that has actually happened in some states in the past, and that's the kind of false information we must work to protect against. Also, and this is becoming all too common, there's a growing trend of false accusations of voter suppression or voter fraud. Now, can suppression happen? Can fraud happen? Sure, but there are safeguards in place against both. And anytime you're hearing people talk about voter suppression this or voter fraud that, it's important to be skeptical and to learn the facts. But anytime you see misinformation, whether it's online, on social media, or you're hearing it, being said in public places, it's important to report that misinformation to election officials so that we can verify the facts and make sure that the proper information is given to the general public. Here in Oklahoma, election security is a very high priority. I'm very proud that the State Election Board has a direct partnership with the Oklahoma Cyber Command to help us secure Oklahoma's election systems. For several years, we have worked as part of a multi-agency election security working group that includes officials from the federal and state Homeland Security departments, from the Oklahoma Cyber Command, FBI, National Guard, Office of Emergency Management, and others. And these agencies work with election officials to make sure that we're doing everything we can to secure elections in Oklahoma. We have a statewide voting system in Oklahoma, which means we have the same equipment, the same computer systems, the same ballots used in every county across the state. But these systems are siloed and have multiple layers of protection and detection to help protect our elections. We also have strict chain of custody rules for ballots, and this includes both for in-person voting and for absentee voting. In Oklahoma, we have voter verification procedures for absentee voting and for in-person voting to help ensure that the process is protected. Our voting devices and voting system computers are never connected to the internet. We conduct regular training for state, county, and precinct election officials, and much, much more. As I said, election security is a very high priority for election officials in Oklahoma, and I'm very appreciative of all the partner agencies that help us make elections in Oklahoma secure. And that's one thing that we want voters in Oklahoma to know. Your election officials and our partner agencies are working day and night to help protect elections so that you can trust the integrity and security of the vote in our state. Once again, I want to say thank you to USC for hosting this event. They have some very interesting panels today, and I think you'll learn some good information. But as always, you need to know that the number one trusted source for information about elections in the state of Oklahoma are your state and county election officials. If you'd like to learn more about elections in Oklahoma, please visit us at elections.ok.gov. That's elections.ok.gov. Or you can follow us on Twitter @OKElections. That's @OKElections. Thank you and have a nice day.